There's enough Border Patrol agents on the U.S.-Mexico border to put one every 1,000 yards from the shores of the Pacific to the shores of the Gulf Coast. All the military surplus since the Vietnam War has landed on the U.S.-Mexico border, so that it's a militarized border. They have heat sensors, motion detection sensors, they have infrared night scope visions, they use military-issue weapons, military-issue vehicles, they have fixed-wing airplanes, they have helicopters, they have force patrols. They really consider themselves in a war zone. Basically, this is that mentality, right? This border exists inside of us. It's a prison mentality border that we would have to see our neighbors through those kinds of rejas, slats between right now that exist in this unfinished border wall. It costs like about $500 for each foot of this wall that you guys played volleyball out. How many of you have played a volleyball even in your own game with your neighbors? There's a lot of walls here away from the border. I think that in order to break that wall in Mexico, you have to break the wall where you live. You have to reach those slats. You know that 2 migrant dead are found today on the border. The majority in the desert right now. This border wall was being purposely built to force people to cross to where it's wilderness, right? So that it's really risky. Crossing the border right now has been compared to scaling the Himalayas or Mount Everest in particular. In other words, that's how dangerous it is to cross the border. But you need the same kind of training that you would need to cross the border and to scale Mount Everest. And of course, to cross Mount Everest, you need air tanks, you need food, you need a supply team, you need helicopters. And this could be solved really easily. It doesn't need a wall. It doesn't need anything. It just needs a little bit of humanity.